Hello, everyone. Okay, I think we should start with introductions. So, Valentina, please go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. For those that were not here 15 minutes ago, when I held a keynote of how my mom gets Bitcoin below market price, my name is Valentine Pleser. I'm a co-founder of Green Mining DAO. We build an ecosystem for sustainable Bitcoin mining. So we tokenize data centers that mine Bitcoin through a very specific model, which is that we always remain of each of the facilities 20% shareholders, and the rest we give away to retail investors from 5K on. And yeah, I'm located in Berlin. The company is Swiss. My co-founder lives in Switzerland, but we mine everywhere where energy is cheap and sustainable.
Thank you very much. Krzysztof.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Krzysztof Półjanowicz. I am the CEO of the OnlyBestMiners project. We are located in Poland, here in Warsaw. We started this journey with crypto mining 6 years ago. We are the biggest distributor of the mining machine in Poland and one of the biggest in Europe. So the first, we are selling the miners. Second, we have the hosting in Poland and in few places in the Europe and Asia. And we have the service of these machines, ASIC machines, directly in Poland. So this is my introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Krzysztof. Shai, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, nice to meet you all. It's a pleasure to be in a country where people actually pronounce my last name correctly. I am a researcher, a mathematician / computer science, and one of the people who has been working on the Kaspa cryptocurrency in the last 6-7 years or so. And I hope I would get to put in a few words about why Kaspa is very unique for miners compared with other coins.
Thank you. Maybe I should introduce myself as well. My name is Eyal. I worked with Shai actually in DAG Labs creating Kaspa. Since then, though, the company was shut down. Today I work at Google as a product manager, and I'll be the administrator of this talk. Okay, so let's start with setting the stage with a broad question. In your opinion, Valentina, I'll address you first. In your opinion, is crypto mining currently lost in the desert, struggling, or under the radar, experiencing quiet growth?
From my personal perspective, I can say it's working very well. I mean, I'm focusing 100% on Bitcoin, right? So my experience, my expertise, what I'm looking at is Bitcoin. So I don't really have a specific idea of where it is standing for other cryptocurrencies because I'm very focused. But for Bitcoin, we just had the halving 3 weeks ago. And I can say that it's working amazingly well for us. So we, for example, with cheap energy, it's still an amazing business model. It's just that Bitcoin it's been more important to be more efficient. And that's what we did. So efficiency just is more important. And for those that it's just not the space anymore to mine with the laptop somewhere with a computer, right? Now it's all getting very professional. And I think if you're professional or investing in a very professional company, then it's definitely on the radar. That was a question, right? On the radar or under the desert? No.
Lost in the desert, aka struggling, or under the radar, experiencing quiet growth.
Okay, experiencing quiet growth for us.
For miners, operational cost, electricity is the most important thing, and therefore, thank you, Krzysztof. What is your opinion?
My opinion, I think it's very similar. Of course, it depends from our knowledge, because we know our client 80-90% doesn't know nothing about mining and Bitcoins, so it's very important to go some professional company who gave us very good knowledge, very important knowledge, because in this knowledge, the condition where we mine it is very important. The condition it means the price of the electricity. Of course, other thing is we must going with the innovation together. Of course, we can't mine it on the CPU now and on the GPU. Now we have the ASIC like this one. This is the miners for the Litecoin and Dogecoin. This is the ASIC, application-specific integrated circuit. It means this machine is very efficiency to mining cryptocurrency. And I think the first is what kind of cryptocurrency we are mining, because the Valentine said they are mining Bitcoin, and of course Bitcoin is much more higher consumption energy, so the price for the kilowatt per hours must be very cheap, lower than 7 cents. But we can also mining other cryptocurrency, for example, Kaspa. Kaspa can be mined. Okay, can be mined on the GPUs many times ago, but the big high difficult on the hash rate is from last year, when the producer like Ice River and Bitmine provide on the market very big ASIC, very strong ASIC like KS3, KS5. So
like this one here.
Yeah, like this
over
one.
Here, right?
Exactly. So if we add these 3 points, so the condition, the price of electricity, the coin, and the machines, then we'll be successful in the profit in the mining whole time, from beginning, from 15 years ago until now.
Okay, thank you. Shai, what is your opinion?
Well, unlike my contemporaries here, I am not a mining industrialist. I essentially don't know anything about the realities a miner faces in their professional life. What I can say is that from a theoretical point of view, mining is very much not a done deal. We are still understanding new things, we're still learning things, we're still making valuable observations that allows us to come to new approaches of how coins and chains should be designed around having a sustainable mining paradigm. And that's something in Kaspa, we thought about it very deeply before we decided on stuff like the mining algo itself and the emission rate and all sorts of other decisions. And I think there are going to be new things in the world of mining, new approaches and new observations, and it's still evolving. You think maybe it's kind of ossified, but it isn't. And we're going to see interesting things in the years to come.
Thank you, Shai.
If I can add also, there's a lot of movies coming out around the topic of mining, and I think like it's a great educational source for those that like visual content. One of them being, for example, Dirty Coin, the movie, which just gives a broad perspective as a documentary about mining, where Bitcoin mining currently is and how much actually all over the world it's stabilizing the grid, for example. So a lot of people don't know that about Bitcoin mining, but it's quite, as you said, we're finding out more and more and finding out the amazing benefits of Bitcoin mining. So if you want to know more about that, it's an amazing documentary.
That's very interesting. Thank you. We actually have a question about this criticism of the wastefulness in a bit. So let's continue. So Valentina, how is Green Mining DAO promoting sustainable mining practices within the industry?
First of all, we're not greenwashing, but we're Green Mining DAO, because a lot of people think that, right? We specifically chose that name because we try to be as green as possible. And green doesn't only mean for us the energy, but it's really the practices that come around with it. So One of them being, of course, we only choose renewable energy sources. So we go where there's an abundance of energy. For example, for us, that's Paraguay, and there's multiple other selections all over the world where we can support the local ecosystem as well as being miners. In Paraguay, there's not a lot of industry. So for them, it's an asset. They're finding also on the legal perspective and the political perspective, finding out more and more that, yeah, Bitcoin mining is an amazing industry there as well. So that's one part. And then we make our data centers as renewable as possible. So for example, the way it's cooled, it's a circular economy in terms of the water. We don't waste any water. We look around where our facilities are. What does it look like? What does the local system need, or how can we support it? And in Paraguay, for example, there's an abundance of mangoes when it's mango season. There's so many mangoes that you see them everywhere. They're actually a problem because there's so many. So yes, so people actually, they don't know what to do with all the mangoes. So we thought, okay, why not work with a local partner that employs people to collect those mangoes before they go and rot? And so we have a team there locally which is super happy to now be mango collectors, and they wash them, they clean them, they cut them into pieces, and then we have, with every facility, we build a drying container. So if people become shareholders in Green Mining DAO or GM3 Technologies, which is our third facility at the moment, they actually become shareholders not only of the facility, but of the drying oven. So you have a dual revenue model. So these are just some of the things where we really try to make our mining as sustainable as possible and really think about the circular system behind it.
Thank you. That is very interesting. Krzysztof, and then maybe also Valentina. What are some of the biggest challenges and opportunities for integrating sustainability into crypto mining?
I want to say a little bit about this topic who said Valentina, because probably many people think that digital mining is consumption the dirty electricity. And this is wrong, because around 60–70% on the whole world digital mining is using green energy total. The first is from the nuclear power plant. We have co-location in Russia in nuclear power plant. The second is the hydropower plant. Probably whole in industry know the biggest mining farms in Irkutsk, in Russia too. But the same is in Paraguay. Paraguay is the whole electricity they have from hydropower plant. Same now from this year was a new project in Ethiopia. Ethiopia, same whole electricity is from hydropower plant. Then we have in Poland, for example, OnlyBestMiners has in Poland hosting from green, but from the cogeneration biogas. This is cogeneration biogas, and then we have now time for the very cheap storage energy, so we can talk now from the energy from panel photovoltaics and wind turbine, because on these two systems we need the storage energy, and now storage energy very cheap. So if we compare, for example, to mining the gold on the world, or for example to data center, normal data center, not digging cryptocurrency, they are using this dirty energy, but mining, digital mining, more than 60% using the green energy. So
thank you. Shai, there is a lot of criticism of the wastefulness of mining. What is your opinion of this, and what is your counter argument?
Well, you can't deny that mining and proof of work requires putting in energy, and this energy can't be reused for something else. It comes at the expense of something else. The reasonable question to ask yourself is whether it's justified to put this much energy into securing a network like Bitcoin or Kaspa or any proof-of-work network. Now, when people just come up with absolute number, look, Bitcoin wastes this and that much gigawatts per day, it doesn't mean anything because it doesn't compare against anything. I mean, since the dawn of man, pretty much, since people came out with the ideas of owning things and that things have value, there has been an arms race between people who want to have things and people who want to take it away from them. So you used to have people who built houses, and then you had like huge vaults and secured vehicles and guards with machine guns and whole island forts built to hold huge amounts of gold. All of this is also very, very wasteful and serves exactly the same purpose. So mining Bitcoin is just the digital version of this. Honest people put in energy to make it so that dishonest people will have to put in a lot of energy in order to steal. Do they put a lot more energy than in the TradFi? I don't know. How do they compare? I don't know. And one of the reasons I don't know is exactly because TradFi is much less transparent, and it's very, very hard to even figure out how wasteful it is. I mean, I heard Visa talking about no emission transactions, and it's a publicity stunt, right? Because as long as they have one employee that has to drive his car to the office, then it's not zero emissions. So how much is it? How does it compare to cryptocurrencies? I don't really know. And before someone picks up the glove and does the real comparative analysis of the benefits versus the costs in terms of actual footprint, ecological footprint, and not matrices that don't translate well and don't reflect well the state, like raw kilowatts, then we really don't know. And I am not barring the possibility that maybe proof of work is not sustainable, but I have not seen anything convincing about it, just alarmism. And I think it should be looked into in a comparative way.
Thank you very much, Shai. That was a very interesting observation. We have 10 minutes left, so let's try to squeeze more questions, shorter answers. Valentina, can you tell us more about the DAO element of your organization and what makes it different from other mining organizations?
Yes. So we founded Green Mining DAO with the idea to be as close to a DAO as we can. However, we're, let's face it, a Swiss AG. So at the end of the day, me as a co-founder, I'm still responsible, or as the board member, right? So for decisions, for certain decisions, we cannot take the 100% Taoism and the Tao structure and let everyone co-decide. However, we try to implement as many aspects as possible. So next to the traditional shareholder rights that you have as a Swiss investor, there's also specific decisions. So we do a quarterly EGM, an extraordinary general meeting, which we had, for example, last week on Friday. And then you can submit proposals of what we could potentially change. For example, should we further invest in building out Bitcoin Mango or not? Things like these. And then we vote on chain with the token. So our investors vote for the holding company of Green Mining DAO. They vote through on chain with their tokens of Green GMD, so Green Mining DAO, and can then support us in decision making. And we plan to make this a really big ecosystem. So same with GM3, which is one of our sub facilities now, where we just raised the first 500K from retail investors with an average ticket size of 8,000 USD. They also will have participation rights and rights to vote for specific decision-making processes. And we maintain a shareholder then.
Thank you. Krzysztof, OnlyBestMiners focuses on making mining accessible to beginners. What are the biggest hurdles newcomers face when entering the crypto mining space, and how does OnlyBestMiners address those challenges?
Okay, like I said, we are the provider of the machines on the market. It's a little bit different than the Valentine business, because we are selling the machines and the service with the hosting. The investor can invest a little amount from 1,000 zlotych till up. It depends from him, because we are based on the ROI. Return of investment for us is the most important, and always we want to provide some machines to client for this condition, for this electricity condition which clients have, because many clients have own panel photovoltaics. Sometimes they have own cheap electricity or place. So one part of clients taking machine from them. But for the clients who doesn't have, of course, the place or cheap electricity, we provide the hosting, like I said, in Poland and on other countries. With the service, of course, machine on the place. But there is the other way to make additional profits with the mining at home, for example. We are providing the solutions to recovery wasted heat from the miners, because around 70–80% electricity which miners taking from the wall, we can recover, and we can heat for free the houses, make the hot water in the homes. So this is additional profit, and we are going to this way when the person have the own home with the panel photovoltaics. We can provide the miners, we can provide the recovery heat system, and this guy will be very happy because they have free electricity, they have some coins, and they have free heat in his home. So,
which is amazing. So part of it is drying mangoes, or you can heat homes, which I think in colder areas is such an amazing way to use
exactly.
residual
Not
heat.
only home, but many
industry as well.
Industry as well. Of course, many our clients have some big industry, big help with the people, and he doesn't have, from the city heat, and the electricity heat is very expensive, so they have total free heating. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to last question or set of questions. So looking ahead, what are some of the emerging trends, technologies, or challenges you believe will shape the future of crypto mining, and how can OnlyBestMiners, Green Mining DAO, Kaspa adapt to these changes? We'll start with Shai, or Shai, you can also say where you think Kaspa fits into this evolving landscape.
Okay, so I think in general, one move we are seeing in the world of mining is a shift from OPEX-heavy mining to CAPEX-heavy mining. You want that most of the money spent by miners won't be on energy, but on equipment, and that the equipment would be scarce, and this is what will provide the bottleneck and make it difficult. If someone wants to attack another network, even if they have access to all the electricity in the world, they can't get the mining machines without driving the price really up. And we have new and better ASIC-friendly hashes that could be used, and maybe in the future we'll also have optical mining, which will really revolutionize the CAPEX to OPEX trade-off and make things really about scarce hardware and not about access to energy. And I think this one thing that Kaspa does is exactly that. We deliberately chose a very, very ASIC-friendly algo because we know that even if you start as a CPU, there is no really such thing as ASIC resistance. If your coin is valuable enough, then the designated hardware will eventually always win, and the harder you tried to be ASIC resistant, the less efficient this machine would be, and they would be very wasteful and have short lifespans. So I think crypto mining is really moving towards ASIC friendliness and finding better solutions for decentralizing mining rather than trying to resist the inevitable designated hardware that every network popular enough will eventually run into. And one other thing I found very important is the fact that you could provide larger and larger block rates, because the more blocks there is per a period of time, the less fraction of the network you need in order to see profits within the same amount of time. So being able in Kaspa to go from 1 block every 10 minutes to 10 blocks a second, that's 6,000 times more blocks, while providing the same security, essentially means that while on the Bitcoin network you can only have 100 to 150 miners, solo miners or pools which see daily revenue, in Kaspa you could have millions of them, and this really incentivized small solo mining. So this is also another shift, which I think makes mining more accessible and more sustainable.
Thank you. 2 more minutes.
I only want to say exactly what said Sasha. If we will be going
Valentina.
together with the Sasha?
Shai.
Shai. Shai. Like to say, Shai, if we will be going with the innovation, we will be on the top. Because, for example, Kaspa, yes, the Kaspa is increased from last year, like I said, by this machine ASIC 6 times. But the rate on the exchanging increased 6 times too. So when we're going together with the innovation, in 1-2 years, the producer provides the new chips. Now it's less than 5 nanometers. The still digital mining will be making a big profit.
Thank you, Valentina.
I mean, some things that, in terms of innovation that I shared before already, make data centers more innovative, make them more sustainable, which is something that we do. We're learning together as miners, right, all over the world, and that's amazing, because I think the more we make use of data centers being sustainable and increasing circular economy, I think that's innovation for me. But I want to do something innovative, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
How about all of you guys, everyone that has social media, take a picture of us here and tag the 3 companies that you see here, and whoever gets the most likes on that post, I will give you $1,000 worth of shares in GreenMine 3.
So OnlyBestMiners gave some gifts too, no problem. We are official distributor of Trezor, the hardware wallet, so we give you for $1,000 Trezors for you.
Yeah, sure, I'll add 10,000 Kaspa to that, I don't mind.
Yay! Okay, so take
go,
a picture, tag us here today. You heard what you can win. Let's
take
do
the
this.
Gifts. Make from $1,000 $1 million in Bitcoin. Let's go.
Yeah, this is a surprise to me, but I'm willing to go with the flow. Take pictures.
Bitcoin to the moon.
For the 3 of us, the 4 of us.
Eyal, it cannot always be that the moderator surprises speakers with questions. Sometimes it has to be the other way around.
Sorry, it's my energy level today.
I'm totally open to surprises.
That was the super moderator.
So I want to thank all our panelists. Thank you very much. I think definitely mining is under the radar. We've heard some really nice comments here, and I hope everyone learned something.
Thank you very much. Thank you to panelists
so
and thank
much
you to
for
the moderator, Eyal.
Thank you, people. Let's start mining, even solo. Maybe you can hit the lottery and one block in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin to the moon. Thank you very much.
And please visit us in our booth, booth 8, Kaspa.
We
Booth.
have shirts.
What are your booth numbers?
I'm in the startup area and the networking area all the way at the top.
And Krzysztof,
What is the question?
do you have a booth number?
Right in the beginning, right?
Proof number? Oh, I
Booth,
don't remember.
booth, your stand.
But
Okay,
you will
you'll
see
find
only the
Krzysztof.
members box. Yeah. Let's
Wherever
make.
this big machine is on the table.
This is for the Litecoin and Dogecoin. Dogecoin is providing by Elon Musk now, so this is the good mining tool. But let's buy Kaspa miners. This is very profitable. Thank
All
you.
right, guys, I'm very glad you're so comfortable on this stage, but the time is up. So thank you once more.
Thank
and
you.
we go for the sponsor video. Thank you.
Thank you.